Hello there, Gemini. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Gemini for February of 2021. Everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view of the month. We'll pull angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully to bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I got a weird speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading. So makes all of you Geminis named Frankie, I suppose, for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. Get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll kind of blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now, we have good words. They are vision, efficiency, wisdom, creativity, and light. That's interesting. Good words for us anyhow. I just thought about it. We have 2 people cards in here too. Off the bat here, we got the 6 of Cups. That's a nice card because it's a card of nostalgia and happy times, the memories of times that have went by. Some people say this is a card of past life energy. Card kind of feel it signifies some kind of remembering or sentimental type remembrance of things that are past. The pleasant type of comforting memories that can be used for to build like a better future and to build on. Knowing that we were happy in the past at one time can enhance our abilities to be happy in the future. Because in order to manifest, we have to have the feeling or to know the feeling. So we're experiencing some feelings right now that are related or connected to our past that are going to shed light on our future in some way. Feeling calm, collected about past events in our life, putting them into a perspective, beginning to understand maybe how they could make a better future, a better present and a better future, a future renewal, something that's good, better for us. Now, I know a lot of us will say, I don't have a good past. My family was crap and blah, 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 all the horrible things that happened to me in my childhood. But there's always, I think, this 1 minute in our life. Let's say all these crazy crap abusers left the house and left me alone for 1 second. If I look backwards, like with my vision, I would find that one moment where it was like that sigh of relief, where I could pull on that feeling of being happy, maybe just by being left alone. Something important like that. I always tell you, my father was a screamer. He didn't tell you something, he yelled something at you. And it can get pretty harsh when you're a little kid. And I was always in trouble for something. So going to the family reunion, I sat in something. It was always a food source. Going and doing things like that. I sat in the potato salad. I sat in the pumpkin pie, messing around, just being silly, got knocked over, and I get yelled at the whole way out to the family reunion, But we get there, my dad gets out of the car, he sees his friends and family, and he takes off. And I take off because there's my cousins and my buddies, and I go to play, and we come home and everything's happy again. I don't think about the yelling. I think about the coming home and the in-between. And you hold that feeling of happiness and relief and, oh my God, I'm not going to get my butt beat because you can't paddle it in front of everybody. But in those days, you obviously could, and the neighbors could paddle you too. It doesn't work like that anymore. But if we think about it like that, for some of us, that is an emotional energy. But for others of us, it could be a work energy, thinking about, oh, this is the way things used to be, and it was much better when it was like that. And it's not there anymore. And I'm saying it in that way because of this next card here, which is the Five of Rods. And Taurus just got this card. This is about corruption and in the global, like competition, not corruption, but competition in the global economy. It's like the mad scramble for money and power and all of the crap and excess that comes with that, like the greed and the corruption. Basically, that's what the card's about. A lot of people call this just the fake battle, like a friendly competition or a fight. I don't know if that's so, but maybe for some of us it could be so. You know, it tells us new factors are moving into the neighborhood and they're demanding that we change some kind of, or into the situation. It means that we need to change, we need to adapt, we need to grow. Things aren't as simple as they were. Like that Six of Cups energy, looking backwards to happier times. Things aren't as simple as they were. New competition in the neighborhood, like I said, or maybe in our industry, because rods are usually business, finance, and we have to put forth a lot more effort now to keep what we have gained in terms of financial gain, material goods, things along those lines. So with this card, we could either suffer great loss if we're not paying attention, or we can go to even greater heights, right? With our, and greater heights of a success, basically using our skill and our business savvy, things like that, to get acquisition of wealth and success in our lives. And I think we Geminis most likely are going to go that avenue versus the other one, where we're going to back off and, just basically be online doing whatever it is we have to do. Some of us, I think, this might be a relationship thing that's changing for us, and that maybe we were fighting to keep someone in our life, and now it's just maybe not worth it anymore, because I told you there's two people cards in here. So I think some of us, this is going to be a work energy. Others of us, it may be relationship change, thinking about one relationship and, oh, how nice that used to be, but it's not any longer, and I'm always fighting for it, and maybe I don't want to fight for it anymore. It could be something like that, because now we have the Page of Cups energy, and I love the Page of Cups. Look at that face. This is water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer type energy, male or female. Looks like the fish out of the cup versus the rabbit out of the hat, and he's looking at it, he or she, and likes what they see, approves of what they see, and they expect approval for it. So this is a younger person because it's a page, it could be like a kid, son or daughter, something like that, bringing us a message about love. So for some of us, it might be one of our kids. It might mean an engagement. It could mean a wedding coming up. But there's an inherent emotional risk. Something in there is an emotional risk. So the circumstances are exciting, but actually they're scary at the same time. And I know we've all experienced this, type of energy. If the card represented us, and we're air, we're not water, but if it was to represent us, it would mean that the idea that we're working on, we have already decided to take an emotional risk on it, and we aren't interested in anyone dissuading us from it. It's like, forget it. This is the path I'm taking. We feel it's going to work out. Nothing or nobody's going to stop us. And it will come down to that type of energy for a lot of us, basically. It could be, just like I said, work, but for some of us, maybe we're looking backwards and thinking this was the best relationship I ever had, and I don't want anything else, and I'm maybe going to go fight for it. For others of us, we're going to say, well, it wasn't all that hot. I'm looking backwards at it, but the bad times outweigh the good, basically. And then we're going to move forward or move on, because our next card here is a fire energy, the Knight of Rods. So this is going to be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, male or female, because these are general readings. This knight is a jousting knight. He's ready to go to the games and not the battlefield. You know, the knights are messengers. So this knight is bringing us good news concerning our work, actually, or some type of social activity. Rod's energy is usually business finance, but when he brings this happy news to us, it might relate to almost any type of happily anticipated event, a journey, a vacation, a change of residence, a change of job, things like that. If it's a specific person, it will be someone sometimes younger than us, because knights are a younger, less mature energy. That could be a relative or a friend, but they have the same qualities as the king and queen. That is, that they are loyal, intelligent, honest, generous, you know, and it also means that whoever's giving us this message, they can be trusted and they are faithful. So wherever this is coming down, whether it's work or business or something creative, actually, it's really going to be relevant to us when we receive this message. And I think some of us, actually, it could be just a work reading or whatever it is that we're doing based on work energy. For others of us, I think that looking back on the past might mean that our vision is changing. But for whatever reason, it's swift moving is what they're saying. Extremely efficient and wise, like our words down here. The vision, like our word, is going to bring us that which we need, or we need to make the decision to know where we need to step up and where we need to back down and take a rest, you know, because our next card is the Four of Swords, and we're swords energy. We are thought energy, air energy. So this Four of Swords is kind of like the card that comes after the misfortune of the three. The three is the big heart with the three swords stabbed in it. So it's a time of rest and recuperation, working on our problems quietly and with faith, that we feel like we need time for introspection and solitude, basically like we're worn out. So it's a period of aloneness and contemplation in order to get a solid perspective on what happened and why it happened. So it's an internal card, saying that maybe we've been in pain, but now we're in the first stage of recovery. Maybe some of us could have had surgery, been out of work or something. It could be from an emotional upheaval. It could be from physical illness. But we are at rest with this card and taking that time to plan our next moves more wisely. The card's called the calm after the storm. It's usually when the knight comes in from battling. He's been in the war and he comes in and he's just basically wore out. and taking a rest, but there's all the swords there ready to go back out again. So it's a time where we may feel as if we want to go into exile, like this, enough's enough, away from other people, maybe an extended vacation at a quiet place or a retreat. We'd be feeling like monastic, time of R&R, where we need to think and plan and reevaluate what we have been doing before a crisis situation hit. It means it's time to get our inner house in order. So how we're going to do that, we can't be the creative people we are unless we take some of that downtime. We don't get visions. We don't get wise information. We cannot perform at a high level like we usually do if we don't listen, don't sit, don't take the rest, don't keep pushing. We have not given ourselves any chances or time to evaluate anything. And we Geminis are go-getters. When something happens and we're needed, we run. We're like Johnny on the spot type energy. I don't think a lot of people know that about us. I think they think of us as the twins and we're flighty, but we're really not. We're creative, we're inspirational to other people, and we like to engage other people. And sometimes that too much engagement doesn't give us the time to sit with ourselves and to understand the visions that we're being given and to pull back in so we know the right way to go, because we're really intuitive. And that our angel card, it says listen. In other words, shut our mouth, quit talking, Gemini, and listen, and I'll know which way to go. And that's our four swords, all right. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet, receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. That means zip the lip, Gemini. We never take time to stop and actually pay attention to we're always doing, what's the next step? What's the next step? Where do you need me now? What am I supposed to do next? Can't use all that creative energy in an appropriate manner if we don't take a time out. So I think that one might be for some of us recovering from some type of emotional or physical illness, and for others of it, it's just basically telling us, go within, listen, take a time out, turn off the phone, don't pay attention, don't return the phone calls. It's that type of energy. You receive this card because the angels wish to get their messages through to you. They ask that you talk less and listen more. When we're stressed, we tend to chatter out of nervousness. Give your worries to the angels and trust that they've heard your prayers. If it seems they're not answering the prayer, it's probably because you're not listening to their answers. So retreat to a quiet place with the intention of listening to your angels. Then close your eyes, breathe deeply, and listen. Avoid noisy environments. You've been hearing your angels correctly. Turn off the television or radio. Your hearing is becoming more sensitive because you've been tuning into the angels. This one cracks me up. It says, clear your ear chakras by visualizing light, clearing the area above each eyebrow, or blow your nose, Gemini. Well, Gemini, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go neb about me, or if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information's down below the screen, and it's over at the website. Also over there are 2 short videos. One explains the prayer class, that it tells you how to format prayers, why you do them the way you do, and there's a video explaining it. The sutra classes, video explaining those are simple thought forms. Put them in a meditation. It takes 5 minutes a day. It enhances the clear perceptions dramatically, but the videos are over at the website that explain them. So I'm allowed to say this because this is my anniversary this month. This has been, to all of you that I've met through 5 whole years of doing YouTubes now, and to everybody I've met through 33 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to serve you, and hopefully I will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.